Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. I'm spiritual medium Kellee White, and welcome to Ask Me Anything. And today is June 22nd, 2023. A lot of things going on today, right? A lot of things going on, a lot of energy out there. How is everybody doing? Hi, Jackie. Jackie, I'm going to answer that question. Hi, Allison, and I'll get to that too. Hi, Angel. Hi, Bernadette. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Diane. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Eric. Hi, Renee. Hi, Renee. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Tom. Hi, Angela. Hi, Deanie. Hi, Dee Dee from Chicago. I love it when you say that. I am enjoying the lovely weather. I love it when it's nice out. Hi, Rita. Oh, it's great to see you, that you're here too, Rita. Hi, Jake. Oh my gosh. How's my dear friend Vicky? Hi, Vicky. Hi, Marge. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Susie. Hi, Lee. Oh gosh, I could just keep going on and on. This is so great. In fact, I'm reminded to say that if you like this program, share it, hit like, share it with amongst your friends as we grow our community. So please, I encourage you to do that. So, hi, Sinfinity from Seattle. Oh, this is so fun. Hi, everybody. So, this has been quite a week, huh? I got a lot of questions, and I'm going to go through the astrology, and I got a lot of questions about that whole Titanic situation. And I thought I would kind of start with that and my thoughts about it. They're just my thoughts, as I was watching this whole, as we all probably have been watching this unfold. It was such an odd thing, right? So I thought I would kind of talk about that because we're in Saturn retrograde, and you've probably heard me talk about that with James on Monday nights when we did a show on near-death experience. I was talking about Saturn retrograde, and I've talked about it for about a month now, practically, as the second half of this month is going to be more challenging than the first half. And I think the first half was challenging. And I think that we get into the next 4 or 5 months, we will be dealing with a lot of issues that will come up for us that we need to work on. Okay. And so Saturn retrograde is all about karma. I mean, Saturn is about karma. Saturn, it's the planet of karma. It's when we have an experience on life, when we're here on Earth, we will have all kinds of choices to make. And here's my thought on the Saturn return, or the Saturn retrograde, I should say, and the Titanic, which with the whole experience with, it sounds like that they found out that it had imploded. And so my thought on that was that they left during Saturn retrograde. It would be an awful time to go exploring like that on such a karmic thing. And from what I understand, and this is just what I read, but what I understand, that the man who founded this container for them to go down 13,000 feet to view the Titanic, that his wife was actually the great granddaughter of the founder of Macy's, and that the great grandfather and grandmother were actually on the Titanic that sank, and they were on the Titanic when it sank, and they both could have left, but they chose not to. And I thought that was really interesting. So now this man, I forget his name, I'm sorry, he is fascinated by the Titanic, and he invents this machine that will take them down. And everybody that passed, I mean, it sounds like they were all adventurers, and a couple of them were billionaires. And I can't help but think, and this is my own opinion of it, that had some sort of karma here with, were they actually on the Titanic, the original one, when it went down? Is that what happened? And then they had to relive it this time. It made me think that, because it just seems so, I don't know, there's something off with it. That's my own opinion of it. And that's what I was thinking about. So everybody who asked me what I was thinking about, that was it. I mean, wow. That is a strange thing here. Anyway, but for astrology, let me finish up. So Saturn is retrograde until November 4th. And that Saturn retrograde, it makes us look at what we need to change. Okay. So you'll be looking at you'll be looking at your life as to, is it a job that needs to be changed? Is it a relationship? Is it your health? It will make you look at your life. Okay, it's really important. This next several months are very important. So, and tomorrow or I should say on Saturday, on June 24th, Mercury, the fastest moving planet, the planet of communication, it transits and it goes into Gemini. In Vedic astrology, it goes into Gemini. And when that happens, we may have a lot of challenges with communication and travel and business. And of course, I'm going to be traveling during that period. But so even though Mercury loves to be in Gemini, it's a natural fit. But what happens is during this particular time, Mercury and the Sun actually are at their own conjunction, and so it makes it Mercury's, they call it cazimi. It's very combusts the Sun. It makes it very intense. So I have a feeling that traveling is going to be a little more rough for the next couple of weeks here, till about July 8th. And also, maybe many of you saw this. I actually took a look and got to see it. But yesterday there was a really rare conjunction where if you looked out, you could see the moon with Venus and Mars. And it's a very rare conjunction. And this happened to be in the sign of Cancer in Vedic astrology. It was in Cancer. And so what does that emphasize? It emphasizes, because it was on the solstice. And so it emphasizes the remainder of 2023. And as it's in Cancer with the Sun, Mars, and Venus, it means that it represents the feelings, because Cancer is all about emotions and feelings. And it emphasizes getting the importance, I should say, of developing an inner steadiness. So as you're working on your issues during the Saturn retrograde, we'll also be dealing a lot with emotions and then really trying to get, a steadiness. And so this is a time to really look at, do you have any fears? What are your fears? And then also what Cancer does is it helps us use discernment. So we want to view people that come into our lives or our life itself using discernment and common sense, using common sense. Okay, that's an easy way to say it. So I think the next several months will be emotional, and mental health, it will be a big issue during this time. And so I hope people are getting help for their issues or whatever they're going through, because I think the next 6 months are going to be intense, and it has already begun. That's my thought on everything here. So, and I have a lot of questions to answer, and I wanted to start with this question up here, and this is from Jackie Swayze. Hi, Jackie. She said, Kellee, is the intensity of one's journey based on the experiences that you endured, that I endured? Asking for a friend. That's hilarious. So the intensity of one's journey, every journey is different. So when you reincarnate, or when you incarnate here on Earth, your journey is your journey. My journey was my journey. Your journey is your journey. Everybody's journey is their own. But as our souls grow and expand, we will take more challenges on. And I could say I took on a lot of challenges in this lifetime. And I think that many people do. I think that in this particular lifetime, because if we were lucky enough to be here, and I know I say that, and people are like, lucky enough, yeah, to be here during this period of time, it grows your soul 7 times. And that's a lot. So we wanted to be here. We wanted to be here. So you look at all the challenges that you would have had. And Jackie, I know that you had some great challenges there. And you want to everybody can do this, view their life through the love and compassion of what they've gone through in this life. what they've gone through. I mean, that's the most important thing, is have compassion for what you've gone through too. And of course, then there's forgiveness and kindness and compassion and love and everything that goes along with that. But yeah, these journeys are there. Endured is a good word, Jackie. My mother used to say, weddings are to be endured. That's why I got married quickly. Anyway, and Allison Stanford, she said, I really hope I can get a mini reading tonight. I'm feeling really lost and just need a little direction. I have a large white angel and its wings broke recently. I'm sure it means something. Oh, it's so funny, Allison. I actually have a small angel and the wing snapped off. And I was like, well, this is what it means to me. It means, oh, I got to earn your wings, you know? So, and you were born on September 7th. And so September 7th is 4 of diamonds. So 4 of diamonds is steady, runs the course here. So 4 of diamonds is somebody that can, must take a spiritual journey. Must take a spiritual journey. And you were born in 74, so I think that makes you in your mid 40s at this point, right? Not doing math too well right this moment, but about what for 4 diamonds, it always hits at about 45 years old, and they start to realize they have to take a spiritual journey. So if you're feeling lost, honey, just center yourself and really talk to yourself about what it is that you need to be doing right now. But I can get you a card from Soul's Journey. I really actually believe and know, I know this, that our souls know exactly the area to do. We might have some fear around it. We may not want to progress. Seeing a therapist might help move you. You know, sometimes we need a little push, frankly. But let me get you a card. And these are from James's The Soul's Journey. So let's see, Allison, for you, what, honey, it is. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Acceptance is a big one, because sometimes we kind of keep pushing to make changes. And sometimes we honestly have to just get to a place of acceptance of things so we can move on. So I think that's a really good idea to do. Angel Angular. Hi, Angel. He says, to the newlywed, oh, that's so sweet. May the next 19 years be as happy as the last. And the forever idea never goes away. I'm really happy for the two of you. Thanks, Angel. I really appreciate that. It's been great so far, I have to tell you. First 19 years were great, and the next 19 will be even better. So, okay, and I have some questions here too that I wanted to get to. I have a ton of questions here. And thank you guys for all the questions. So this is from Carrie East. And Carrie says, I want to give you and wish you and Dawn countless blessings. Thank you on the pop-up marriage. I have to tell you, if you're going to get married, it's a great way to do it. It's a pop-up marriage. It was perfect. There's very little stress for that. Here's her question. And she says, when a soul has to decide when or if it will reincarnate, are there rules for reincarnation? She said, if so, is it driven by karma? In other words, do humans only reincarnate as another human, or can they reincarnate as an animal if they choose? If someone was very cruel to animals, would karma dictate that they would come back as an animal to experience abuse and feel the pain and trauma they caused an animal? So from my perspective, we would not come back as animals. James may have a completely, he might, in fact, I've heard him say, you know, well, why not? Why couldn't that happen? I think animals are such high vibrations that here's my thought. If somebody is cruel to an animal and they're choosing to come back, yes. And when we come back, everything is driven by karma. Everything is action in action. So at every moment, that's why I'm constantly saying, you know, do the right thing, make a good choice, because it's always a karma situation here. And so my thought on that is that you can, if we choose to reincarnate, if we come back, there would be rules. But let's say you were horribly abusive to an animal, or abusive, experienced the animal to harm that, you will, there's no doubt in my mind, have abuse in this lifetime. Maybe even from an animal. Maybe you'd be attacked by an animal, or maybe by another human. Okay? Nothing is unseen. So it's a really good question, and I appreciate that question, actually. Oh yeah, kelleewhite.com. If you'd like a reading, I have some available now in July. So let's see. So Bernadette Desir. Hi, Bernadette. She says, hi, Kellee. Thanks for all you do. And you are 226, February 26. Let me just take a peek, which is a Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs loves knowledge and information. Very, 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 very psychic. Why is it so hard to find real love and soulmates in this life? Great question. Love is so conditioned here by humans. Yep. Been single for too long and I'm slowly giving up. Well, here's the thing, Bernadette. You're still very young. You were born in 90. That's very young. I really didn't meet my soulmate till I was way, 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 way much older. I mean, you kind of, when you're young, you think, oh, that's my soulmate, you know, and to be honest, many of them are what I call cellmates. I really mean that. I mean, so, you know, you get involved in relationships. When we learn through relationships, so they're necessary. But we get involved often when we're young, so we can learn the things that love is not. And often we don't, you know, really understand that, even that whole, the depth of it until you're a little older. But don't give up. I mean, just really do a lot of work on yourself so you choose well. Choosing well is everything. Okay, so that's what I have to say about that. Dolly Leanhurst, she says her son Doug is having gallbladder surgery tomorrow, and his birthday is 2/26. So 2/26. Oh, again, we just had that. It's the Queen of Clubs. Oh, he'll be okay, Dolly. He'll be okay. He will be okay. He's in his head a lot. It's a male with a female brain, so I know he's in his head a lot. But one thing that he would know is, because he would be highly anxious. But I do know this. He's probably very smart. You know, have him do some meditation tonight if you can. If you can slow his brain down, but he's going to be fine, honey. He's going to be fine. So Renee Hounsel, beautiful blessings, Kellee. I was interested if you've heard about the Schumann resonance that everyone was saying was intense on the solstice. Does that add to the astrological aspects too? Yes, it could add to it. So the Schumann resonance is a certain frequency, and I think that's what you're talking about. And it was intense. I mean, that day, as I was saying to everybody, you know, to this summer solstice is from the south direction. So you'd want to look in the south direction and set your intentions, because that day brought with it, yesterday was the day, it brought with us this huge expansion of awareness and consciousness if you were sensitive to it and if you paid attention to the energy. So, but I think it does have something. It was a very intense day. I mean, it was a good question. It was. Angela Sophia stayed a few days with a friend who was having health issues. Her husband is getting increasingly demented and verbally abusive. It was very hard to take. I'm home now. I could hardly handle it. Angela, that is awful. When you are around people that are in a situation, it's awful. And it sounds like that he's got dementia. And sometimes that comes with, you know, huge abuse. I would wonder if he had that before he had dementia, if he was just verbally abusive, period. Either way, it's an awful situation, and you get yourself out immediately, out of Dodge, because I can't be around it. I actually can't. I have to have peace in any relationship. If I walk into a relationship and it's like that, I'm gone, like, very fast, because the energy is too triggering, and it's too upsetting to my vibration, actually. So I'm sorry, Angela. You know, go out in nature, take your shoes off. You know, whatever they're going through, it will be a lot of work for them to work on it. You know, whatever the karma there, that would be some karma for sure there. Okay, Tom Owen. Here, Tom, here's a question for you. He said, Kellee, the last few months, I've been experiencing panic attacks, and I never had them before. So I can't seem to pinpoint the cause. He said, I meditate every day. I keep thinking this might be ascension symptoms. So I'll explain what that is in a second. He said, I'm considering seeing a psychiatrist. Any insight on how to find one that might have understanding when it comes to this? I'm on a bit of a budget, and I would like to see someone in person. And your birthday is 9/27. So September 27 is 10 of hearts. So the beauty of that, Tom, is that the panic attack is telling you something that's going on. and you're a 10 of hearts. 10 of hearts always has to work on themselves. If you ever hear me say 10 of hearts, it's because, and I talk about it, they come to Earth because they want to explore everything about themselves. So the panic attack is telling you to look at something. So is it an ascension? So ascension means when your vibration starts to rise. Absolutely, it can be. But what I would do now, a psychiatrist is somebody that gives medication, and they typically don't see therapy people. But what you might want to do is find, and of course, you can go to psychologytoday.com, Psychology Today, and look for somebody that has a spiritual understanding. You can certainly try to do that. I know they're out there. They're few and far between, and I do know that. But the other thing you can do that is relatively inexpensive is to find a local graduate school. So wherever you live, find a local graduate school for psychology. And they are professional psychology schools, and they have interns, and interns charge very little, like under 50, probably 20. We used to see them for no cost for people. So look there, okay, Tom? But when you are with somebody, a psychotherapist or an intern, you want to ask them how they feel spiritually, because you might change their world, and they might say, you know what, I'm very spiritual, and you'll be surprised and how that opens up. Okay, but don't give up on it. Keep looking, because I think it's really, really important here. I do. I think if you're anxious, then I think it's going to be very important. Okay, now I'm going to give a card. I'm going to do my Talking to Heaven, not mine, James's Talking to Heaven cards. And we're going to get a card here. And Vicki, I'm going to give you a card, honey, because I've been thinking about you all day, and I hope that you're doing well here. I do. You get these cards all shuffled up, and let me get them out, and here we go. Okay, and so Vicki, yikes, here we go. Oh my gosh, Vicki, this is from your husband. I watch over you every day. And we know that to be true. Our loved ones love us, and they are with us. Hi, Susie. Hi, Lee. They are with us, everybody. They are. Okay, Patty Campbell. She said, I had a very strange thing happen. I feel almost desperate. Well, let's talk about this. I need some feedback. I was just sitting and watching TV with my dog, and all of a sudden, I saw a bird flying through my apartment. Yeah, that would upset me, actually. I opened the doors, I shut the doors, even had to duck to stay away from the bird in hopes of getting it to get back out. Ay, ay, ay. I ended up calling my neighbor to come over to help. I would have done that too. At that point, I thought I had the bird trapped in my kitchen. He came over and there was no bird. So he left. I sat back down on the couch. Oh my gosh. That is some story, Patty. So birds bring messages for us. Maybe it just it's not negative, honey. So you don't be negative. Could be a loved one visiting you, trying to get your attention. Could have been, have you stop watching television. What show were you watching? I mean, it's not a negative, honey. It would be, it's always something to me, to see a bird fly in and out. But always get my attention. Birds always get my attention, by the way. We had a frog. No, we had a toad on our front door yesterday. And immediately I'm Googling the toad, what it means. It was right at our front door. So, Patty, don't worry about that, honey. It's a message. So, but pay attention to, maybe you'll get a phone call, but not in a negative way. I don't get at all that it's negative. Okay? Probably just could be message from a loved one. That's the way I would view it. Okay. And I know you are 1114, and 1114 is a 6 of clubs. So you've got to learn everything. All clubs have to learn everything. And I think it has something to do with speaking your truth. Okay, Patty? So don't worry. It's not a negative. Hi, Karen Glass. How are you doing, honey? 825. So your birthday is 825. Karen's a wonderful medium, and you are an Ace of Clubs. So let's get you a card from the Soul's Journey. Ace of Clubs is all about knowledge, psychic ability, learning, constantly going and constantly learning. So Karen, here we go for you. Trust. I will always accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. There you go, Karen. And I think that to be true with you. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay, Janet Sanchez. Hi, Kelly. Can I have a card? And you are February 17. So February 17 is an 8 of diamonds. So a female 8 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds is very powerful. I bet you have a giant smile that you can tell an 8 of diamonds because they just have this beautiful smile and they're very powerful. They are always about the mundane world, meaning like what is of value, and the spiritual, like always making sure that you choose the spiritual. I know that relationships are challenging for an 8 of diamonds, and so you have to go with um, you have to almost use your mind. You have to use your heart and your mind when you look for somebody, but it's always about the important part is to make sure that that person is a good person. Okay, always with 8 of diamonds, they have to look at the partner and make sure that that partner is a really good person here, because you come to do something really good, Janet. In life, you come to do something really special. 8 of diamonds always does. Okay, so let me get you a card from here. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So I don't know, Janet, if you have been lonely, but I will tell this to you and to everybody. It is not possible to be alone. I know we think, oh, we're alone, we're alone. No, we're actually not. We always have a loved one, our guides, our angels around us at all times. Okay, always. Thalian Lawler, 819. Hey, I'm in a situation and someone's weighing heavy on my mind. Will Gabriel M come forward and reach out to me even one time, or wrong DoorDash with her name when she came to my house? I don't have an answer for that, but let's get you a card, Thalian. I'm sorry you're in a situation that somebody's weighing on your mind. 819. So August 19th is a 7 of clubs. 7 of clubs is here to overcome negativity. So I don't know if that person will come back in, but here we go. Here's a card, regret. I know I cannot change the past. So I'm not sure if that helps you or not, but move on with your future. Okay. I think that's really important here. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, Jake FTM. I have dreams with 333. Could that be a sign from my aunt who passed? Her presence is strong when I wake up. It's reoccurring and when I'm at my low points. I hope it's her. So, Jake, I've got 2 answers for that. I'm going to say yes, definitely it's from your aunt. I'm definitely going to say that. Okay, because you're thinking about her and she comes to you in your low points. And November 12th. November 12th is 8 of clubs. 8 of clubs is very psychic. So yes, I got a yes, yes, yes on that. Now, and I wonder if she loved the number 333. I love that number. But 333 also means the ascended masters. So if anybody sees 333 out there, like people have heard, we talk about 444. That's the number for angels. When you see 444, let's say you're driving, you see a license plate or a phone number, or all of a sudden it's that time. 444s are angels, but 333s are the ascended masters. And that means that they're looking over you as well. Okay. So Jake, that is a good sign. That's a great sign. Okay. Here we go. Melanie KR. My son is January 6, 1999. So January 6th, anybody born first 13 days in January, life is deep. Okay, you took a big incarnation. So January 6th, which is 8 of spades, deep, deep, deep life. And overheard that, let me see, you said my son, and overheard the live, he's feeling lost. I'm not sure what that means. He just got back from Africa and he had a spiritual experience and he's having a hard time adjusting back to our way of life. Melanie, I bet he is. Bless his heart. I mean, that's a powerhouse. He's a powerhouse. So, would it be good to find a therapist for him if he's feeling lost right now? And he had a spiritual experience. Therapist, I don't know, would help with that. Maybe, could be. Check my calendar. Maybe he should have a session with me, because trying to get back into adjusting into your way of life, when you've had a spiritual experience, and especially in Africa, he, is he depressed? I would think he's depressed. That experience must have been amazing for him. That's a big one, Melanie. Okay, keep an eye on him. Have him, meditate, read spiritual books. those kind of things. Okay, I have a lot of books on my website. Okay, bless his heart. That is Marge Webb. I chased a red squirrel out of the living room who managed to get in. Oh my God, Marge. Oh my God. So my dogs would have taken that squirrel. Ooh, oh boy, that is amazing. All these animals right now, right? Seems like there's a lot of them. Okay, so Colleen Moss asked me, she said, I'd be so grateful if you could tell me if I will find true love. I've been divorced for 17 years and her birthday is on Halloween, 10/31. So 10/31, Halloween is a 7 of hearts. 7 of hearts always does find love. But again, always. They have to, and even though it's been 17 years, the whole thing is you have to really know yourself of who you're going to pick. You instead of you have to really think through it because 7 of hearts is all about emotion. It's about you can handle a lot. I have seen more therapists that are 7 of hearts, 7 of hearts and 9 of hearts and 8 of hearts, more therapists, because that's almost like such a heart emotional time, emotional placement. So yes, you will definitely find true love, honey. Just make sure that it's somebody that is, worthy of that. Okay. And here's another one, Michelle Layer. She says, hi, Kellee, November 22nd. What does the spirit world want me to know? Well, you're a Jack of Hearts. So Michelle, the spirit world would want you to know that in this lifetime, you chose to understand sacrifice. You chose to understand what it's like to sacrifice for other people. Doesn't mean you don't set boundaries. And when you've had enough, all of that, but that you chose, to give of yourself in this lifetime. It's very important here. And this is from Summer Howard, and your birthday is December 2nd, and December 2nd is a 3 of diamonds, one really the most challenging of all placements. And she said, I'm a very healthy person. I'm 45 years old, and I deal with a lot of physical health problems over the last 5 to 10 years. She said, I can't get any answers from the medical community, and this doesn't feel genuine to me. I work hard at being in alignment and focusing my intentions on healing with little or no results. So here's what I would suggest on that. Two things. I would either go into therapy. I would do 2 things. I would go into therapy because 3 of diamonds needs to learn about whatever their blocks are. Okay, they just do. And because it could be a real emotional situation in there. It could be fear of abandonment. It could be anything that is causing the physical. Okay. The other thing is I would have a session with Prajna Avalon. And if you don't know who Prajna is an extraordinary healer. She's Prajna, Praja Avalon, AVALON.com, and I would go sign up and get a session with her. She's extraordinary, and that's what I would be doing if I really did not know what was going on. She's a great, great, great healer. Okay. Nancy Connolly Beard. Hi, Kellee. I would love to know what my birthday represents. Okay, 12/8. Today is my dad's birthday, and tomorrow's my mom's birthday, and they're in heaven together. Wow, that is amazing. So today and tomorrow are very special, energetic cards for you, days for you. First of all, and I'll tell you, I've got chills. They're definitely around you, Nancy. I don't think they would have missed this for anything, actually. Let me get you a card, honey. Okay, here we go. My death was painless, so don't hold on to worry or guilt. And I think that goes to both of them. I hope you don't feel guilty or you're worried or anything like that, honey. I would hope that is not the case here. Not the case whatsoever. And you are 12/8, and 12/8 is a 10 of clubs. So 10 of clubs is great thinkers, teachers, really creative. They can do anything. A 10 of clubs, often I know many very famous actors, singers that are musicians that are 10 of clubs because they're so talented, but they're also so darn psychic. So psychic. Kellee Evans. Hi, Kellee. Is suicide written into your astrology chart? Oh, it absolutely could come up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, it could, because it could depend on, like where your Saturn is or where anything is, what's going on there. It could. Now, just because and it wouldn't be necessarily written. It could be like, you need to take great precautions on that day. That's when I say that, but it could come up as, man, that's if this is a day of deep seriousness or a day where an accident could happen or something like that. So yeah, Kelly, it absolutely could be, could come up like that. Yeah, good question, honey. But suicide also is a choice. So just because it looks this way in a chart, charts give us information of what can happen. Okay, so I hope that helps. Daniel McMunn Curtin, 1014. I would love a card. Okay, honey, 1014. So 1014 is an eight of clubs. Again, eight of clubs is somebody that is very, very psychic. Anytime I say clubs, they're all psychic, but tens, eights, jacks, threes, really psychic. Fours, very psychic. Golly, what else? Queens. Oh my God. Kings of clubs, extremely psychic. So eight of clubs is also somebody that education is usually very important because they have to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. They want to learn everything, and they are very sensitive. And if they know something, they know something. And nobody's gonna. Nobody's gonna change their mind. I know many eight of clubs that are writers and directors, actually, both. Okay, Daniel, here we go. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Okay, so I'm not sure what this means for you, but you will accept responsibility instead of, blaming others. Sometimes we have to just accept that. Okay, Elizabeth Ducati. Is it true that if you dream of someone that they are dreaming of you? Same with thought. Well, definitely if you are thinking of someone, often they are thinking of you. Often that is. But I'll tell you something, a funny thing that my girlfriend told me about yesterday. She said, I was thinking about, so funny. She said, I knew I had to go to my dry cleaners. She lives in New York. She said, I had to go to my dry cleaners. And I just felt like I really had to go there. I had to drop some things off, but I just felt like this urgency to go to the dry cleaners. She gets to the dry cleaner, and this guy who owns it says to her, I can't believe you just walked in. I actually had a dream about you last night. So yeah, if you're dreaming of somebody, that they could be dreaming of you. Absolutely. Good question. Susie Everett, can I get a card? You are April 2nd. So April 2nd is a six of spades. Six of spades is somebody who's very creative. In fact, my little brother Theo is April 2nd. Really creative, beyond. And usually, in the arts or something creative. And really old soul, and an old soul that comes in with certain karmas, So it's a deep one. It's here. You're here to have your soul learns more depth. It will have you a lot of depth. Here we go. And here's a card. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, and we will all have those failures, which are not failures. They're all about learning. Okay, Ann Margaret. Hi, Ann Margaret. In the Caribbean. How good for you, Ann Margaret. Staying at a friend's house. I woke up at 3 a.m. and turned the lights on, and a Cuban tree frog was sitting looking straight ahead on the other pillow. Oh, God. I think I would have had a heart attack. I whacked him with the broom, and he clung to the broom. Oh, my God. Oh, dear. I then threw the broom outside with him. Poor thing. My heart was pounding. Okay. That whole broom story. Yeah, that broom would have been out. Everything in that room for me would have been out. Oh, that poor thing. Isn't that odd? There's frogs. I guess it must be frog time right now, right? It's got to be. And you're in the Caribbean. I hope you have a great time. And he was trying to give you a message. That's all. He was just trying to give you a message. Okay, Claire Stokes O'Brien. All is well here. Any message for my son in spirit? Well, let's get you, Claire. Here we go. Let us do this. Okay, hold on a second, girl. Here we go. From the sun in spirit. Absolutely. I had to leave that way. So I'm not sure how he left, Claire, but it's a message that he had to leave that way, however it is. And however, there's no such thing as accidents when our loved ones pass. Just no such thing as that. These are planned events. So I hope that helps. Jen Journey. Hi, Kelly. Recently, my position was eliminated after 26 years with my employer. I loved my current career. They're moving me into a new position, and I'm devastated. I'm hesitant leaving. I'm sorry, Jen. So I'm glad. Thank you for writing that. because your birthday is on 5/14, and 5/14, May 14th, is a 5 of diamonds. So there's something about the dates of, and I will tell you the exact dates because I think it's kind of important here. And so, and maybe this will explain this, but if you were born, anybody that was born on May 14th, May 15th, May 16th, May 17th, May 18th, so those days, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18th of May, what happens is every year that those dates are actually conjunct with one of the most challenging, difficult stars called Algol. And Algol is considered a very intense star. And people that were born on those days can bring to them more stress, more worry, more anxiety. But also on the positive side, it also brings a desire to follow or a dream. Okay. And so here's my question to you. When these things happen, I don't know if anybody ever read that book, Who Moved My Cheese, but it's literally about corporations when things change. And when things like this happen, as devastating as it is always about growth for your soul. Okay. And you took an incarnation that will bring great change here, and nothing to fear at all. I understand, believe me, I have lost a lot. I get that position. I totally get it. And I understand that you're hesitant to leave, but you know what, Jen, honestly, it will expand your growth. And if it's not the right position, you'll leave and you'll find something else. Okay. Because you do have, in this lifetime, you have a really strong chart, honey, a really strong chart. So this is about growth. It's about growth. Okay. Just think of it like that. I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but it will be okay. Okay. Debbie Walag Lessels. She said, I uprooted my life and I moved at my daughter and son-in-law's request to live with them. And they're both in the military, and I care for my grandsons. Wow. My son-in-law continues to make me feel very unwelcome. Do you see me moving back out of state or some? Wow. Oh, that's a shame, Debbie. That is a shame. After they requested that you live with them? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's an energy that you wouldn't want to be around. But are you helping your grandsons? Are you protecting your grandsons? What is going on with your grandsons? I'd want to know. And you are November 5th. So November 5th is a 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds is very powerful. 2 of diamonds does come, it's interesting, with a lot of creativity and a lot of strength here. So also what I do know about 2 of diamonds, they're very loyal to their families. So I right now we are in this Saturn return. And if something doesn't feel right for you, then there would be a change. Okay. Then there would just be a change there. I guess that's how I'll answer that. Teresa Nasarina, why? No one ever wants to help me. I don't know, honey. I don't know what your question is there. I can't really answer that. Okay, Ronnie, she says, Kelly, can I have a card? My birthday is 8/25. I'm going in for a procedure tomorrow. A lot of people are going in tomorrow for procedures. That's okay. That's okay. And you're 2 of clubs. So 2 of clubs is, we call that the friendly card. But 2 of clubs comes to overcome fear. This is the purpose of the 2 of clubs. You're going to be fine, honey. Tomorrow's going to be just fine for you. Okay? Here, hold on a second. Let me get you a card. You're going to be just fine here. Envy, I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. There you go, honey. You're going to be just fine tomorrow. Okay? Cheryl Anderson, hi, Kelly. Okay, so I'm going to be petty, but I'm frustrated at work. Will things change? I'm too old for this shit. Please let me know if it will improve. I give all my all, and I want things to be fair, and they're far from that. What should I do? So February 17th, blessings to a beautiful newlywed. So funny, Cheryl. I really appreciate that. I don't think of myself as a newlywed, but I am. Okay. So February 17th. So February 17th is an 8 of diamonds again. So 8 of diamonds is very powerful, very powerful. If you are too old for this shit, this energy that we're in the next, 4 to 5 months, the Saturn retrograde, is going to make you look at your life and go, I got to do something else here. And often when when you feel frustrated or petty or whatever, really take a check with yourself. What's going on? What is going on? And you might have to make some changes. And here's the thing about change. Don't be afraid of it. It's how we grow. Okay. Please know that's how we grow. Okay. Let's see. Justine Stenger Cowell. Hi, Justine. You know, Justine, I know so many Justines now. I know so many Justines. Hi, Kelly. I would love a reading. Next month is coming up on my mother's 2-year anniversary of her passing. I'm sorry, honey. And my 40th birthday next month, too. Wow. Been feeling so weird on and off about it. I don't know if this is a midlife crisis or what. Well, you lost your mom young, if you ask me. I mean, if you're only 40 and you lost your mom 2 years ago at 38, that's kind of young, I think. You know, that wouldn't have worked for me. It would have been hard, really hard for me. And so you're feeling like maybe a midlife crisis and you're at 40. It's not unusual at 40 to start looking at your life and seeing, what do I want out of life? What's good for me? Where do I want my life to go? As my mother used to say, life is long. You know, you'll have these times to learn everything that you can. And on 7/24 is a 4 of clubs. Oh my God, I'm a 4 of clubs. So, yeah, it's part of it. It could be a midlife crisis, honey, but you can get your life together. And let's get a card from your mom, okay? Since we do know that she's passed, let's get a card for her. I know she's around you too. But I would say that she's around wanting you to live your best life. I don't know why I just heard that, but she says, I send you loving signs through nature. Okay, so look for butterflies. We had a butterfly in our garage yesterday that Dawn carefully got out of the garage. So Jamie Hulsey, she says, we were on a family walk and a blue heron flew right over us. We could almost touch it. We've been seeing a heron pretty often. Wow. Well, that's got to be a message from a loved one, honey. I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message there that you've been seeing. I mean, that's there. I'm not sure exactly what the heron means, but I have a feeling it has to do with family. And I think that's great. And you are 1127, and 1127 is a 6 of hearts. So 6 of hearts always has to do with family, taking care of family, dealing with family, concerned with family. It's part of why you incarnated with family. So I love that you were on a family walk. Okay, I think that's fantastic, actually. Vilma Nager. She says, hi, Kelly, may I have a card for my mom? And you are March 18th. So March 18th is 5 of diamonds. So I'm assuming, by the way, that your mom has passed, honey. So let's, if you have a card from my mom, let's do that. 5 of diamonds is always about angels. They always have angels around them, a 5 of diamonds. Also, 5 of diamonds is about finding their self-worth, finding their way in the world, self-worth. It's really important, okay? So here we go. You have nothing to feel guilty about. I love it when a mother says that. I think that's an important one, actually. Okay. Danielle McMunn Curtin. Hi, Kelly. I would love a card, and you are 1014. So 1014 is an 8 of clubs. And let me get you a card from this deck here, from James's deck of the Soul's Journey, which seems to be the one I am using right now. Here we go. And this is, oh, wait a minute. Well, failure. I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. I don't know why I keep picking the same cards, but it must mean something here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take that out so we don't get that one again. Elizabeth Kelly, thank you for the session. Hello from the Gold Coast of Queensland, Australia. Yay! I love that area. That is such a beautiful area. I was there with James and we had the best time. Just loved it. Love that area. I remember going to the psychic place there and they sold the most wonderful crystals and I just loved it. Success, Elizabeth. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. There you go. So success is important here. Okay. Teresa, can I have a card, please? And you are 4-6. So April 6th is a 2 of spades. Again, anytime I say twos always come to deal with fear on some level. 2 of spades also has a lot to do with partnership and getting out to meet the right person for themselves. It's always very, very important here. But let me get you a card here. Okay. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So true. If anybody feels resentment, it does block energy. It blocks everything, actually. Okay. Susan Dreyer. Hi, Kellee. I'm a nurse manager. Good for you. I'm struggling with the loss of my parents, guiding my 3 beautiful girls, and keeping positivity to my staff with difficult situations. Oh, honey. I just feel very stretched, and I would love a card. I bet you do. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, my God. And you are 1010. That is an awful lot. So 1010, October 10, is a Queen of Clubs. If anybody can do it, it's a Queen of Clubs. You are 1010. Yeah, Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs. Oh, my gosh. They're the ones you would know everything about everything. You could manage all difficult situations. What you will have to watch is being stretched and taking on other people's stuff. Okay. So, because you're dealing with a lot of difficult situations. So day in and day out, that's all I do is listen to difficult situations and help them through. But I don't personalize any of it. I don't get on the roller coaster. So you don't want to even get on the roller coaster with your girls, but you do want to give them a lot of love and support and everything you can. But let me get you a card here, honey. Being stretched is maybe, I hope you can take some time for yourself. But even if you're just sitting there with a glass of wine, enjoying a movie, I mean, anything that you can do, okay? Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So maybe set your mind to taking care of yourself. If you can, that's a big one, because that's a big, what you do is huge, actually. Let's see. Okay, Karen Abercrombie. She said, I'm coming up to my brother's anniversary of 4 years, and is there a message? So Karen, let's get a message from your beloved brother, okay? Because that's a lot. 4 years is a lot that he's been gone. Okay. I am with the rest of the family. I am with the rest of the family. Okay. So know he's around, you guys, always. Okay. Hi, Patrick Horan. I'm 727. I would love a card if you have a chance. Absolutely, honey. So 727, July 27 is an Ace of Clubs. Ace of Clubs is about learning. They might do something for a period of time. Then they stop that because they've already know what they need to know. And then they go to the next job and they figure out they're very creative and you're here to learn. Learning is everything. Let me get you a card here. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. There you go. And I think that's a good card for everybody, actually. Patty Mills. Hi, Kellee. I lost my husband last year. I'm so sorry, Patty. And now recently, a very, very good friend of mine for 50 years. So sad. I think they are around together. Yes, they are. They are okay, aren't they? Yes, they are. They are definitely together. And your birthday's on Christmas. Wow, 6 of Hearts. Bless your heart. That's a lot of loss. Okay, a good friend and your husband is a lot of loss, Patty. So let's get you a card, honey. But yeah, they're definitely together. Definitely. I don't know why I have to say this, but they're doing either golf or sports or something on that side. They know each other very well. Okay, please know that. They are just a thought away. If you're thinking about them, they are there, right there with you. Okay. And notice the dog. I have to keep thinking that there would be animals around them too. That's a lot. Okay. So Jody W. She says, hi, Kellee. Can you tell me about bat totems? I can, actually. I was swimming at dusk the other night and a bat swooped. Oh, dear God. So close to me. I felt the wind. I know they swoop down for mosquitoes, but I still enjoyed it. Oh my God. Okay. So I've seen bats out there. And every time I say to Don, I know I saw a bat. He's like, oh no, that's not a bat. I'm like, yeah, that's a bat. I know what a bat looks like. And yes, they're great for mosquitoes. Totally great. I don't want one swooping down near me though. And I have seen them pretty darn close. Bats mean transformation. Okay. It really is all about transformation. It means if the bat came that close to you, okay, swoop so close that you felt the wind, your life is going to change. Your life will definitely change. Definitely. Okay. So Connie Epley, and this is a question, Connie, I get this from a lot of people. She said, my husband passed away in 2014. I felt his presence for many years. She said, I don't know if he's watching over me. Yes, he absolutely is watching over you. So on the other side, time may go by. There's no such thing as time on that side, but they can be in more places than one, so they can be in other places. Often what I find is they're learning or reading or learning or with other like minds, or they have a specific thing that they're working on that side. Doesn't mean that if you're thinking of them, they're not there. So please know that, okay? He's definitely watching over you. And let me get you a card, honey. And you are 1024, and 1024 is a Jack of Hearts, which is all about somebody who has to sacrifice. So I know that you would have sacrificed. That would have been a huge one. Okay, as a soul, how funny is this? I can be in several places at once. And that's exactly what I just said, actually. They can be in more than one place. So just know he's around. Okay, honey? He's definitely around. Hi, Rick East. How are you, honey? Hope you're doing well. Sherry Craft, I see 333 and 444 and 555 all the time. And in the past few days, 1111, twice when I got to my car from the beach. So 333 Ascended Masters, 444 Angels, 555 change. If you see 555, a lot of change. Get ready for change. And 1111 has an ability to wake our souls up on some level. It's a reminder of things, and it sets us off on a new path often. So I would say that, Sherry, the angels are with you, that change is coming, and you're going to be on a new path, okay? That's what I think. Kelly Evans, can I get a card too? Yes, honey, you can get a card. Sorry, it's been a tough year. Yeah, this has not been the easiest of years, but we're not in an easy time period. We just aren't. Fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So when we have tough situations, you've got to be thinking of putting your mind into another place, a place of love, surrender, good music, fill your soul up with something good. Nature, go hug a tree, something good. Put your mind into something good, okay? Because I think that's going to be really, really important. And I want to say that next Monday, James and I are not going to be here. He's in New York, but I will be back next Thursday, and I'll be taking more of your questions and answers, and as many as I can possibly get to. And what was I going to say? And this week, make good choices, because again, this is Saturn retrograde. And if you get a chance, yes, share this so our channel can grow and our community can grow. So hit like if you can do that. I would appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing everybody next Thursday. And James and I will have a repeat on Monday night. But please join me next Thursday. Okay, everybody? Have a great week. Take care, everybody.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.